Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. This is Mary with Sayre Seer. This is a monthly love reading or relationship reading. This is for Capricorn. So this is a you versus them reading. So not that you're against them, but you know how you guys, it's like the interaction between two parties. So it could be work, it could be close friendships, it could be family. You know, just plug it in wherever it applies, because it should apply to everyone. You know, that would be based on if it resonated. If it doesn't, you know, then, but if it resonates, it could be any relationship. What I'm trying to say. So, hey, if you want to donate, if you want to book a reading, if you want to subscribe, you know how to do all that. The information is in the description box. I am putting up new jewelry on my website every day. We're updating our show schedule for any of you people that are local. I'd love for you to come out and see some of my jewelry and just say hi, you know. Okay. It's always good to breathe, right? And slow down, because I felt like I was going too fast there. All right, so the first card we're going to pull is a current situation for each of you, okay? So you can pick whatever side is yours. And we're just going to see what happens with this, you know, which I love to do that kind of thing and let things reveal themselves. Don't you? Oh, and I wanted to thank you for all your likes and shares, booking readings, and donations. We're so, I'm so appreciated. You know, it's interesting how we get to the things we can overcome so we can get past some of the stuff that, I don't know, we felt like we couldn't. So it's a great gift to be here. All right. Okay, so we're going to start. I'm going to say that this left side, or your right side, however that works for you, this side here is going to be you, and I'm going to talk to do the reading in that way. So sorry. But you can flip it, of course. So current situation would be the Nine of Air. So let's see. So the current, let me see if I can come over here. There we go. The Nine of Air is a Nine of Swords. So typically this card is about the energy is air energy. So it's about thoughts and repetitive thinking. So this can also involve bad dreams, and that is, and like night terror, stuff like that, things that are keeping you awake at night. Now, when in this good tarot, we have their doves, and I really like this. They're white doves, and they're circling around this angelic person, right? And so this reminds me of, instead of looking at it as worries, maybe we can look at it as opportunities to clear for truth in a situation. So instead of avoiding, maybe, and that's, we all do that, you know, so we can sleep or whatever, is working through each of those worries, all 9 of those swords, or all 9 of the doves of truth, right? Because doves are also about love and faith. So there's some kind of truth that maybe is a little bit hard to swallow, or a little bit hard to deal with. But my question for you, Capricorn, is how long has it been there? And how long have you had these nights, restless nights, due to it? Okay? That's a lot out of one card, right? So this is them in the current situation. Messenger of Air. And this is interesting because we have 2 air signs. How can I get it better? There you go. The Messenger of Air is the Knight of Swords. Okay, but this is a different energy in this. So typically the Knight of Swords is coming in with the sword and saying, I'm going to shake this up and I have something to say. It's a communication, like sudden communication. And sometimes it's very disruptive, but it's usually the truth, okay? But this here, the Messenger of Air, the Knight of Air in this deck talks about, well, there's all these feathers, and it's a soft place. And it reminds me of that somebody's seeing the truth, okay? It's not the truth that's being delivered. I mean, so, but the traditional one could be an aha moment, you know. But this is, I don't know, I mean, like the other party has come to a place of peace where they're being illuminated, but it's not in a stressful way. It's in a peaceful way. It's like you close your eyes and you say, oh my gosh, now it makes sense. So it's not as this, the burden, like when you're worried. It's more like, instead of being disruptive, the information is bringing peace. That's really cool. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a past card for each of you, okay? I'm just debating whether to use a new deck. Yeah, let's use this itty bitty cat tarot. And I think I'll just do it a little bit different since they're a little bit hard to shuffle because of their size. I'm really not sure how to do them yet. All these skills we must have just to do tarot or anything we like to do, right? Or anything yeah. You know what I mean. Okay, so this is the past for you, Capricorn, because we're picking a side. This is the Three of Cups. You bring it over here. It's kind of hard to see. It's the Three of Cups reversed. Maybe not the best. Anyway, we'll just go with it, and then I'll use a bigger card for the next one. Three of Cups reversed is about overindulgence. It's about third parties. It's about partying so much, or overindulgence in something so much that you, for me as a reading, that you jeopardize your boundaries. That's it. Okay, like going to happy hour with friends and end up someplace you shouldn't be, or start something maybe isn't the best for you or for someone else because they're compromised and there's something that's been overdone. So, and it could lead to gossip, but it's not so gossipy when it's reversed to me. But if that was to happen and everybody knew, that would lead to gossip. That's kind of a natural flow of circumstances, consequences, right? Okay. So that's the past. So something about an indiscretion that caused this. And okay, so now we're talking about the other party. This is the Knight of Air, the messenger of air. Well, this brought a tower, didn't it? When somebody found out about what happened, the indiscretion, the overindulgence, then, well, all crap came down. And I don't know if the relationship was destroyed. It's a tower. It's a 14, which is a 5, which is conflict and upset, upheaval, kind of. What happens is the tower is, something is destroyed, like a relationship, for example, or a job. If it was a job and something happened at happy hour and it was everybody you worked with, that could be the same outcome. See, what happens is when we don't have a strong foundation in our relationship, in our job, in ourselves, we can be compromised. And so that's the thing about knowing who you are, how important that is. Okay, so we'll do these here. So what I would like to do is I would like to look at so this is the current situation. We have the past. I want to pull some I'm just trying to debate while I'm shuffling here. I want to pull a common energy, So I'm trying to listen to your future self, what you're going to be telling me too. I love how that works. Isn't that crazy? It's like, you may not see this for a week, but then I already knew, I don't know, somehow we know who's going to be here. Anyway, this might not even happen yet while I'm doing this reading. Okay, so we're going to look at the common energy right now between both of you, okay? We have strength. We have strength. This is a card about taming yourself, taming your desires. And and being brave. So, or taming your fear. It could be either one, because he has to tame his fear to put his mouth in the alligator's alligator, whatever kind of creature that is. Fish-a-gator. Look at his tail. No legs. Oh, no, it's like a fish alligator. Weird. Anyway, I get lost. Details. We have to have courage to do that. We have to have faith that we can overcome whatever it is. Okay. The next card is the Hangman. Well, somebody here doesn't want to look at something from a different opinion, from a different side. That's interesting. Okay, we'll do one more. And the Magician. It's about manifestation. So what I'm hearing here is, what have we created? What was created here? Before and after. Before this happened and after, what was going on? And what were the roles that were being played? Okay, here's an example. Was somebody looking for an out? Was somebody shutting the other person out? Was somebody... Oh. Were both people looking for an out here? And then when one misbehaves, the other one can be blamed. And you know what? The thing about that is that happens more than we'd like to admit. And even when we're trying to be on our highest vibration, when something like infidelity happens, and I don't know if that's the case, but it seems like it might be. When infidelity happens, or deception happens, all of this stuff that we knew that maybe we didn't even want to be in that relationship goes out the windows because we feel like we were cheated in some way, even though we were trying to find an out. I don't know why I'm saying that, but that's something to consider while we're walking around righteous. We all do that. And that's for somebody specific, maybe both parties. And so what I'm hearing here is the blame game. It doesn't serve anybody. It just keeps you stuck. It actually takes you backwards from any progress you made as far as spiritually, and it will help to keep you stuck there for a while. The Magician is about manifestation. Two parties manifested whatever happened, whether it's jobs or whatever, okay? Two different entities here manifested it, at least. Because we have two people or two groups that had some kind of relationship. And somebody was just looking for an opportunity here, but maybe both were, without even realizing it. And that's the thing, is to bring that stuff up to the surface so we see it coming. Okay, here it comes. Here comes that thing. But here comes that thing that I allow to take me off track to get what I quote unquote want or quote unquote don't want. I know, it's really deep though, right? So let's get a couple other cards. I'm not, came through really clear, so everybody, people are going to be at different places. Some people might already be split up. Some people might have left jobs or whatever, family members. But the thing is, sorry with all the uhs. Something to consider. Because the Hangman, I think it kind of feels like, because this is in the middle, that both parties don't really want to look at this. Okay. I don't know if somebody said, I wish he would find somebody else or screw up so bad that I have to end this. I don't know if somebody said that. Or he or she, whichever side you're on. Okay, Enchanted Map. Let's get a card here. Oh, I was talking about the difference in the perception. Both people, it would help both people to be able to look at this from both sides. Well, your own true intention. Not just the other person, your own true intention. When somebody went out and they overindulged, was it planned? Was it waiting there just to happen? Okay. And is that their typical MO, their modus operandi to get out of situations? The other person, were they shut off, pushing the other person away? And is that their modus operandi? That's what I mean. Taking accountability for your part in it. It doesn't change what the other person did, but it gives you some insight about your own part of the creation as a magician. Okay. All right. So solitude, and we have unexpected visitors. So I'm going to read these. They're not very long, so 1 second. Okay, so solitude reverse. This is 13. This is it's 13 is typically, I think it's the 13. The tower. 14 is the tower. I think that's the devil in a regular deck. Too much solitude results in isolation and separation. Now is the moment to get together with friends and join the merriment. Hiding out will lead to loneliness and negative thinking. Separation at this time isn't a healthy choice. Are you in a situation in which you feel alone? You need to share this, not keep it to yourself. By joining in with others, you'll hear what you need to know, because Spirit finds a way to speak through them without their even knowing it. You have the key to let yourself out of this prison. You are loved and never alone. Okay, so it's funny because maybe going out might have caused this for somebody, but also healing is going to come the same direction. Isn't that interesting? So I don't know which party has been isolating themselves. It feels like the party that didn't engage. Okay, that's what it feels like. And so let me just read the other ones before I give you the channeled part of that. 41. So let's talk about unexpected visitors. If you expect the unexpected, you will be prepared for miracles. Sorry. Detours, surprises, and paradigm shifts. Expect the unexpected. No matter how detailed your plans are and how clear you believe the road ahead to be, there are times when the best plans are waylaid by unforeseen circumstances. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events I'm really struggling. I'm so sorry. At first, detours may seem inconvenient, but a surprise turn of events signals that the adventure of life is beginning to get interesting. No one can plan for synchronicity or fate and destiny to meet except Spirit, who knows what you can't comprehend for now. Life is full of surprises, so stay on your toes and enjoy this exciting new adventure you weren't expecting. There is a plan for your life that may not match up with your agenda. You know, I think I had a hard time. It's 41, by the way. That's another 5. I had a hard time reading that because I believe that was the resistance to the change, okay? So here's what I've got. The solitude is important to get other perspectives, but be careful how much you share, to not have others join your blame game, okay? Because that doesn't serve anybody, okay? Be careful about the advice. Take it with a grain of salt, and really, really, I'm hearing don't use it to, or it's up to you, do whatever you want, but be careful not to use that to dig your heels into an old way of thinking, because this unexpected visitors means that this was all kind of written to go this way. And if you've been resistant to change, whoever this is, maybe both parties, it feels like, if both of you have been resistant to change, then this is just divine intervention. And the thing is, you don't know what's going to come from it. But it's really important that all of this is handled with integrity and accountability. The other thing is, even without searching for the answer, just being out amongst people will show you things that you hadn't seen in a while. It will show you how other people can be lighthearted and get past these kind of things and understand that this happens in relationship. It just happens because people have their baggage. And many times it's not personal. People just don't know how to say, I don't want to do this anymore. They don't know how to say, I don't want to let you down, but I'm just, whatever, whatever it is. And the other thing that I'm getting is to consider the times that we felt that way and we did that, because all of us have done something like this to a certain degree, okay? Whether we want to consciously admit it or not. Okay, so this is going to be a message from your angels and ancestors. Okay. Fire guardian, ignite your passion. So somebody here has been holding back what they really want to do. Oh, here. That's why maybe you're both being redirected. There's the relationships, and I'm sure you know this, Capricorn, that are being broken up so people can heal, and if they want to go back together, they can, if that's something they choose. Because the way they were going, they couldn't do it where they were at. I don't remember if that was upright or not, so I'm going to just reshuffle. Fire Guardian talks about igniting your passions, what's something you always wanted to do. And if you've been repressed sexually, I'm just going to have to say it, that it's your time to look at why and heal that part. I think that's the root, is that root? Sacral chakra, I believe. So maybe you might want to look at some meditations and different things that you can do to bring your confidence up. That's about who you are, and that is about confidence, who you are, and it's about shame and guilt. Okay, so it's time that we get to heal that. If that's what we're being directed to do, and that's why we're just being shaken up. Okay, so the seer, see beyond the current situation. Why would this happen? How can something like this serve? Well, it serves to. It's like those things that hurt so much you never want to go through that again. So you want to make sure you make better choices. It's like when a kid burns himself on the stove. It hurts, and there's a blister or whatever. And hopefully they don't keep doing that. Maybe after the 5th time, they may. We all burn ourselves off and on to remind us. But that's kind of how it is here in the 3D. Seer, not only can you see if you embrace the hangman energy and, try to get past the stubbornness and have that believe in yourself, that you are strong enough to overcome anything. That's the whole point of being here on 3D, I believe. It's one thing I believe, but that's just me. The other thing that somebody here got messages the whole time and knew this was going to happen. They were waiting for their opportunity. Maybe both people. Ooh, wow. So, is that much of a surprise? We're just not. Maybe we should have been more. Okay. There's a confirmation of what you already know. Okay? But we don't think it'll play out that way. But how many times has this happened? These kind of things happen. So the other thing is to trust ourselves. Getting back to being strong in who you are. It's healing some of the past. But it's most of all being accountable. Because I don't know if it's one of you or just Capricorn or the other person, but I think both of you. It could be fire sign. Could be you're dealing with fire sign. Or could it be just you needing to embrace your fire, Capricorn, because you look outside of yourself for it. Seeing beyond the current situation that you can put everything you want from somebody else within yourself and then know what's coming. And know when good things are coming. Say, I'm not, you don't need to be afraid because you have more control than you can even imagine. So, let me know how you like that reading. Love you, Capricorn. And I'll be doing a general reading for you guys too this month in a couple weeks. So, take care. Oh, sorry.